Alright, so we're in Serbago. We have the big shtick of the entire Civil War going on here. It's been kind of a focus of my streams as of late. My good friend over at London Gaming for Fun gave me a shout out, so anyone that's following from over there, that's always appreciated. He's actually a really cool chap. Gave me some advice about the streaming. I actually owe the entire voice attack setup to him. I looked at his profile and kind of learned a couple things from it, so we'll see if those settings work. But kind of what I was looking at doing is doing some of the combat in the Civil War here, supporting the Empire, and then moving on to having maybe an Anarchy Zone engagement, just because the bounties in the Anarchy Zones are typically a little bit higher. If you want to take part in the conflict, in my opinion, it's more about faction and trying to build your reputation with a specific side.
Ship released.
Landing
Engines
gear.
engaged.
Landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so as London for Gaming mentioned. Oh, thank you for the heads up. I imagine it's probably still saying wow. Let me change that. By the way, I've been known to fly into the side of walls, so that should be interesting from a purely comedic standpoint. By the way, apparently there is a game called Elite Darts on Twitch. Just found that out from doing the stream. Perfect. Should be updated now. Thanks, man. Which, by the way, if you haven't played Terraria, great game. It's basically 2D Minecraft with a lot of bosses and little side things. Well, see, that would be cool if I was trying to smuggle when I rammed into the side of the station. I actually just started taking off, and I forgot that I had 4 pips and engines, and so generally I don't take let's see, frame shift
Frame shift drive
there you
charging.
go. So usually
4,
I go
3,
in pretty quick
2,
when I try to land.
1. Engage.
Hee hee. Cool. But I forget that when I'm already docked, that I had all the power in the engines. So when I'm doing like the vertical thrust, all of a sudden like I'm overshooting the exit. And so I just slammed right into the wall at full speed. Fortunately, like my shields held, but like it pretty much depleted my shields. And I got that saved in my highlights. So, yeah. That was a thing. And one thing I'm doing is I have a completely energy weapon loadout. Ooh. That sounds painful, Shadow. Okay, let's see if there's anything tasty here. Stop.
Full stop.
Oh yeah, I gotta pick a side. So I kind of like that they give you the little functions window that lets you choose a side, and it kind of has like the context things. Also, gun sight mode, trailing is currently what I'm using. I just find that it's been working better for me. I just like, I'll show you what it looks like here. Ooh, Imperial Clipper. Okay, so the thing with these guys is they're extremely tanky. Actually, that's the thing with most of the things in this combat zone. Oh, gun power. Gun power.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. Can you guys actually hear the voice attack
Target shields offline.
responding to me, or is it silenced? I'm just keeping it at like middle speed, just keeping it in the blue for maneuverability. Which Andy's completely right about the targeting the power plant, by the way. Anytime you got something that's got like a heavier hull tank on it, you're gonna wear down the external armor, but like the more and more you wear down the external armor, the easier it is for you to damage mid.
Maneuver mode.
The easier it is for you to damage the components within the ship. So supposedly how it works is as the main hull goes down, more and more of the penetration based upon the weapon that you're using can get through, and then depending upon the direction and what components are along the path that's going through and how deep the penetration is registered for, will determine what's getting damaged. So they put a lot of thought into the damage mechanics and how that stuff works. Fortunately, this guy can't seem to hit the broadside of the bomb.
Target shields offline.
Also, I'm flying a Viper, so this thing typically has a smaller target profile, and it looks like it's all fixed mounts is what he's using. So like he's just shooting right past me. How far am I from Seoul? So I actually took this trip out here from Seoul to Sorbago because it is part of the main game event right now, like with the Civil War. There's an entire slave trade narrative going on from the game. But I would say I'm probably maybe 100 light years or so out. I actually have a highlight. Okay, cool. So the voice attack needs to be adjusted for the audio. So I did do a highlight on Seoul. Basically, I docked at one of the stations that orbit Earth. Kind of made a little bit of commentary about the design of the stations, how they're pretty much uniformed. But it did look a little bit more upscale, almost like a resort. Yeah, we got him down to 40%.
Target shields online.
On his power plant. So yeah, I'd say about maybe 100 light years. I did a lot of upgrades to my Viper to make it
Target shields
manageable
offline.
for long distance flight. Like the
Friendship
Viper
charge
itself.
detected.
Oh no, 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 don't do that. Stop that crap. Stop that crap right now. Oh my god. See, that's the part I hate the most. If he gets away, like all that time and effort. Don't do it, bro. Oh. I'm okay.
Target shields offline.
That's just so crushingly disappointing, but I'm okay. I'll probably end up investing in some kinetic weapons.
Target destroyed.
Let's see here. Just because the beam weapons are really good for tearing through the shields.
Target shields offline.
The kinetic weapons, typically best for tearing through the hull. Also, you're not having them drain the energy. So when I target the FSD, if I do some damage to it, but it's still operable, will that cancel the jump, Shadow?
Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Target shields offline. Target shields online. Target shields offline. Frameshift charge detected.
Okay, so like the Empire is clearly dominating this.
Target destroyed.
Oh, cool.
Target shields
So
offline.
just even tagging them, and I got some credit for it. Like, I feel like I didn't deserve that. I barely tagged the guy.
Target shields online.
See, what I want to learn... Okay, that's
Target
cool.
shields offline.
So let's just focus on the FSD then. That seems to make more sense. So yeah, I set my voice command to basically have it when I do the power to the guns, it says pew pew. When I do frame shift drive, it's supposed to call out ludicrous speed.
Under
I just
attack.
figured like a little cheeky nod to our people's culture. Let's see, if I had auto cannons, this would be over already. Ooh. Come on. There we go. By the way, guys, thank you for watching. If you follow, feel free to send me any feedback. I just recently started streaming. It's actually a lot to do with my girlfriend's encouragement. She knows how much I enjoy this as a hobby. Her games are mostly Sims 4, and recently just got her into The Walking Dead game I got for her as a Christmas gift. It's like Season 1 and Season 2 was insanely cheap on Steam, and so cheap in the grand scheme of things, because when you look at what they charged per episode, yeah, like the Steam sale made it like a heck of a lot more manageable to bite the bullet on a purchase. But yeah, it's really thanks to her that I'm getting started in this, and her
Frameshift
encouragement.
charge detected.
Andy's been
Under
really
attack.
cool. Like, he's offered me a lot of good advice. I'm hoping that, like, if I ever get a following such as his, that I'm able to basically pay it forward. And this is one of those things too, I think. Being
Target
legit about
shields
stuff,
online.
treating people right, being friendly, helping them get their feet planted.
Under attack.
It's just the way things should be in twitching and in life, yo. Oh, I will. Thank you for the encouragement. My entire thing is
Target shields
like
offline.
I game to relax and detox. Like, I am so happy that they're doing Sims now. Like simulations, not like the Sims. I grew up on Wing Commander and Privateer and like the old fighter jet simulations. And so the
Target
fact
destroyed.
that it's coming back has me elated. Okay, railguns. I wonder if they have any locally. I was thinking about railguns because I feel like that with the NPCs at least, they don't really do a whole lot as far as moving. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I enjoy MOBAs, but League of Legends is probably my least favorite MOBA, and I'm not going to play it to try to garner viewership. Um, like, I'm going to just basically share what I geek out over. Like, I did do Heroes of the Storm just because I like what they did with the MOBAs. They basically got rid of the inventory system to where you save up and buy items like they do in League of Legends. It's all based upon leveling up as a team as opposed to rewarding people for going off and doing their own solo thing. Engine power.
Speed.
That's awesome. What do you primarily enjoy doing, Crash? Is it mostly trading, PvE, PvP, gun power?
Pew pew.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
So, speaking of thrusters, like, I really wish there was a calculator out there that would take into account mass differential versus class and quality to give you an idea of like how it affects your maneuverability. It's just, I feel like a lot of the stuff in this game is still kind of nebulous, not heavily documented, not really. Yeah, mouse and keyboard as well. Pew pew.
Target destroyed.
Alright, we'll take one more out and then I'll go dock and see if I can pick up some railguns.
Target shields offline.
Yes, I love the Eagles. So, like as far as just early combat ship, the Eagle's amazing. Even late
Frameshift
game.
charge detected.
Like, it's the most maneuverable thing out there, really.
Target shields online.
It's got a special place in my heart. I just also have a thing for firepower. So, I had to upgrade. Really? No, he's gonna get away.
Target shields
He's gonna get away with,
offline.
like...
Target destroyed.
Okay, that was kind of intense.
Under attack.
So I only ever PvP'd once. Engine power.
Speed.
Frame shift.
Ludicrous speed.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, me too. Like, I love the G19.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, Shadow, like, as far as I know, like, the increase in range, that's about it. I don't think... And that's the thing, is no one really knows. But I don't think it impacts anything along the lines of, like, scan quality. So, like, when you're doing exploration, it's all about having the surface scanner. Having higher end sensors is just boost out the range, which, granted, is actually useful when you're camping out a nav beacon. The nav beacons, you're always kind of looking for something to get a hold of. And so having 1K less of space you have to fly to get to your next target pays off over time, especially if it's in a zone that isn't just solo, to where you're actually competing against other players for kills. Also, Crash, on your G19, did you have any issues? Well, first off, do you have a 64-bit operating system? Because I had the worst time with the drivers for the Logitech G19 and the headset. With the Windows 64-bit, like I kept getting blue screens. I had to do so many little tweaks to driver verifier and all this other crap.
Docking request granted.
Oh, wrong side. So, from what I've seen, they're really receptive to feedback. Like, I would just start a forum post and see if anybody else kind of shares it. And I would do it as like a poll. And it's been discussed before. But generally, polls will draw people's attention. They'll stop in just to vote. If not, throw out a comment. Interesting. Yeah, I read up that a lot of people were having some issues. Haha. Yeah, Shadow, it does. You can develop profiles for it. They have a lot of profiles you can download. Mostly I've seen profiles for first-person shooters, landing gear.
Don't screw this up.
Profiles for
Landing gear
first-person
deployed.
shooters and for MMOs. Like, I remember when Guild Wars 2 first came out, they had an entire suite for that. Had one for a while. Honestly, like with my desktop setup, I never, ever, 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 ever look at that screen. If I had my keyboard not on a slide-out tray, I mean, I totally would use it,
Docking successful.
but
Engines disengaged.
mostly just use it for the shortcut keys and the fact that it self-illuminates. So the entire self-illuminating feature makes it good for when you're playing with the lights out. Let's see. Okay, so 12K for I guess you call them the liberals of Sorbago that we destroyed for Mastopoulos. So let's see if that did anything for our faction. No, it did absolutely jack. See, that's something I don't get. You figure if you're destroying the enemies of the faction, they'd be like, hey, thanks bro, way to do us a solid. Let's check. Shipyard. If I remember right, this actually has a limited range of ships. Sidewinder, Eagle, Holler, Adder, Viper, Adder, the bane of London for gaming. Let's see. Cobra MK3. Yeah, Sidewinder. No, this one does not have the Python. Although I keep getting like the urge to buy this, but honestly, until I decide to do something with cargo.
Opening the pod bay door.
Cargo.
Opening the pod bay door.
So yeah, that it's key. So that will actually open up my cargo scoop. And so if you've seen Space Odyssey and HAL, there's a line where HAL basically is asked, open the pod bay door, HAL. To which the reply is, I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Let's see. Oh, cool. Oh god, yeah. Slapping bikers in space sims. I like that analogy. No, but that makes sense. Let's see what we got as far as weapons here. Because everybody and their cousin seems to be swearing by kinetics. Beam lasers. Okay, so I want my heavy hitters to be... Okay, so we got burst lasers, pulse lasers, multi-cannon, railgun. Okay, now we're talking. That's class 1 though. Yeah, that's actually what I'm going to do now. I'm going to sell these, swap them out for the railguns. Let's hope I have enough power. Oh, crud. What's the power draw differential? 0.5. Ugh. Okay, so yeah. This would actually put me over the energy level, I believe. Because, see, I'm at 0.67 each. So let me do some quick math. So 0.5, 0.17. So 0.48 differential. Right. 0.48. So 0.48 again would put me over by like 0.06. Oh my god, really? Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can slim down. Nope, not enough. If I add 500k, that'd be cool. I don't believe so yet. You can drop cargo and others can pick it up. You just have to abandon the cargo so that it's not considered stolen when people grab it. Yeah, that's true. I guess my discovery scanner. Rating. See, it's not really, discovery scanner doesn't really take a draw. See, that's my problem is I'm thinking, what can I afford to turn off? Like, the kill warrant scanner? Like... but Crash, there are adding a lot of components to where they're going to allow you to do group content together, and I think one of the things they'll be adding is being able to physically trade items. Pulse lasers. Yeah, screw it. YOLO. Whoa. Wait. Beam lasers are actually more valuable? Interesting. Yeah, but how much of that, how much of a power draw is that actually taking? Okay, so I got 2 railguns and 2 pulse lasers. So let's see how that works. And they're rating D. Okay, some modules. One out of 30. Okay, so railguns do have ammo? Life support, sensors, fuel scoop. Okay, let's disable the fuel scoop. There we go. Okay, problem solved. Disable the fuel scoop. Let's go back, accept that combat mission, and see what trouble we can get into here. Fire group. Okay, so I'm definitely going to want to go with group 2 when I'm in combat. Alright, wish me luck. Let's see how this goes. That's actually really cool, Shadow. I'll probably play with the entire priority system later. Like,
Ship released. Engines engaged.
I don't know why I'm surprised, but just with the amount of thought they've put into this game, like, kind of makes sense. Eek. So what's the really cool frame shift?
Scan detected.
Ludicrous speed.
Cannot
Engaged.
comply.
Landing gear.
Don't
Landing
screw
gear
this up.
retracted.
No, I'm good. Usage 98%. Because I turned off the fuel scoop. Frame shift.
Ludicrous
Frame
speed.
shift drive
Engaged.
charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Let's see. Let's go back to the conflict zone. Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Ooh, good point. Okay, let's accelerate a bit, because otherwise I'll end up being too close to that planet. It'll rip me out of the frame shift, and then it'll do bad things to me and damage and overheat. Good point, Shadow. Conflict zone, high intensity. Frame shift.
Ludicrous speed. Engaged.
No, we're still good. Yeah, I doubt any of these System Defense Force people actually have.
Under attack.
Totally just wasted a shot. Good job. Gun power.
View.
Under attack.
Okay, so far, it's not working out too well for me. See, another thing I like is that when you buy equipment, they give you full value back
Target shields offline.
for whatever you bought. So like, if I don't like something or I change my mind, I can basically just go back and get the full value of my original purchase price. It's like the world's friendliest entire setup of no questions asked return policy. Which is really legit.
Under attack.
Ah. Gotcha. So is there a way to have it when it's in gimbal mode for there to be like a quick command that has them act like fixed? Surprisingly nimble little ship. It's a classic.
Under attack.
See, I'm glad the other... Oh, smart. Smart. I'm glad that other player doesn't realize I'm here. It's like right now with the railguns don't seem to really mesh with my standard playstyle. See, super tanky Python. And you seem to have a good understanding of things, Shadow. Would you say that doing vertical thrust when you're doing turning into a ship is better for staying on target?
Under attack.
Oh.
Target shields offline.
I think I might actually almost like fixed mounts better.
Target shields offline.
Especially with the Viper setup, just because everything's like face forward with the Viper.
Under attack.
Military grade ships are a pain. They take a long time, unless you're kitted out. Fortunately, the AI sucks on these guys. It's where you can just fly loops around them. That's true. That's true. Like when you really need to take out. Oh, okay. So going back to our conversation about sensors. So supposedly, I don't know how accurate this is, but I read on the forums, and take it for what it's worth because it's the forums. But supposedly, the better sensors.
Target destroyed.
Frame shift.
Ludicrous
Frame
speed.
shift drive
Engine power.
charging.
Speed.
So supposedly, the better sensors give you better accuracy with the gimbaled weapons. Why do you get the target?
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Cool. Well, when you see the little box in the radar, like if you know how like when you're not targeting somebody and they don't, yeah. But there was a red one as well earlier. I don't know if you weren't looking at the screen, but or the radar. I have no idea like when he left. I was too busy circling and strafing and trying to keep that python from doing bad things to me. Yeah, exactly, right? Like if it helped with gimbal accuracy, like sensors would be one of the first things I would want to upgrade. Because there are times where like the gimbal is all like wonky all over the place, but again, read it on the forums. Do they actually know what they're talking about? No clue. Okay. Oh, exciting. Attempted interdiction. Ooh. So yeah, if I was packing anything other than my current loadout, then I'm really not familiar with the railguns, like to where I feel proficient with them. So yeah, I'll pass on that.
Frame shift drive charging. Ready to engage.
Let's see. Escape vector. Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
One.
Engage.
So do you guys usually play Sims, or? Because like another thing I've been streaming is MechWarrior Online and a little bit of Star Citizen. First-person shooters. Mostly Counter-Strike, or?
Docking request granted.
Battlefield series. Cool. Do you have Arena Commander? Shadow? Dude, I remember Quake back in the day. Also, like the first Unreal. Oh my god. Like the Voodoo 3D, like the beginning of it all. Landing gear.
Don't screw this up.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm the same way, Shadow. Like, I play everything from builders like Terraria and Minecraft-like games, and then MMOs, space sims, first-person shooters, real-time strategy games, turn-based strategy games, console games. One of my favorite games is probably the Chrono Trigger series as far as RPGs, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So it's actually pretty cool, Shadow. Um, Given that it's a multiplayer setup, it gives, well, it depends on your personality type. Me, I like the entire um, iterative build, which is really what they did with this. They just focused on getting the persistent world out there. This is modular design. They're going to add first-person shooter aspects to Elite. They're going to add teamwork aspects where you can have your own flight wing and all the other stuff. But they got the main boy out the door, which is the persistent world. With Star Citizen in the arena combat, like playing multiplayer with people and blowing stuff up is kind of cool. It's got a race mode, the Vandal Swarm, direct competition modes. Um, I look at it as good training. Plus, sometimes I just dork out and walk around the hangar because the hangar is beautiful. They took a lot of time in making the interactable stuff actually interesting. Let's see, fragment cannon, multi-cannon. Cool. Nice. Yeah, I got the Constellation and the Cutlass just in case I decide to go full pirate. We'll see how the multi-cannon treats me. Yeah, no, I can totally see the case for first-person shooters and immersion. Um, like just the perspective. If you haven't tried Far Cry 4, it's actually pretty cool in that regards. Let's do this.
Illuminati.
Okay, so apparently it thought I said lights, but that's my command for turning on the headlights on this, and it shouts back at me, Illuminati. Dude, like, you developed an interest at the right time, like with Elite and Star Citizen, the two big
Ship
boys.
released. Engines engaged.
Landing gear.
Don't
Landing
screw
gear
this up.
retracted.
There's also another game out there that no one really knows about. I think it's like, I wish I could remember the name of it. It's on Steam. It's by a small development studio. It's more RPG and statty because you boost.
Boost confirmed.
You actually have levels and skills and whatnot. Frame shift. But
Ludicrous
Frame
speed.
shift drive
You-
charging.
are still controlling your flight. You're still pulling the trigger on your
4,
weapons.
3.
It's just like a
2,
lot of the background
1,
calculations
engage.
occur partially based upon level and skill. Let's see here. Let's go back. Nice. I think it is fracture space. I think there's another one too. Like, if I figure it out by my next stream, like I'll make sure to mention it in the comments. Which I don't have my own stream open right now. I'm using Chatty for the comms, so if you guys followed, thank you. It's greatly appreciated. I'm slowly just kind of get my feet wet into this. I have pretty much all of my streams done in highlight mode. So I took 2 tours of the high-end hangars that I own, and just other little interesting things. I actually have a little tour of the Sol system on my streams as well. Okay, let's do this. Gunpowder.
Pew pew.
Pew pew indeed.
Under attack.
Let's get the shields down. What's the gist of it? As far as Dreadnought, like, is it just straight up flight sim, or is it mostly like skill level based MMO with the flight sim elements?
Target shields offline.
Sweet, go in reverse, trying to get beat up. Max,
Under attack.
Max speed.
mid,
Maneuver mode.
Target shields offline. Target shields offline.
mid,
Maneuver mode.
Under attack.
So yeah, it's just the fact that these guys are military hardened. Like, on a traditional nav beacon with just doing normal bounties, like, he would have already been dead. So like right now, normal bounties would actually be more credit per hour than what I'm doing here supporting the war effort. Not supposed to be maneuverable. So yeah, we're doing some decent damage on the yeah. Yeah, he's probably actually going to do some hull damage on me, like engine power,
Speed.
gun power. Okay. Engine power.
Speed.
Let's see. Gun power.
Shields offline. Taking damage.
Why is this shield so tanky? And I'm gonna have to go back and repair after this. See, I kind of like my initial setup of just nothing but lasers.
Canopy compromised. Target destroyed.
Engine power.
Speed.
Frame shift.
Ludicrous
Frame
speed.
shift drive
Engaged.
charging.
Yeah, I'm almost dead. Yeah, Shadow, that's kind of what I'm getting out of it too, is that it's more about the factions when you're doing the combat
Ready to
zones.
engage.
Like, it's definitely
4,
not
3,
monetary
2,
gain.
1. Engage.
So let's go. And then we'll try the nav beacon after this, just to give like a comparison of the military hardened targets versus standard bounties, because like this setup should tear through them, I believe. Thanks, Crash. By the way, feel free to friend me in game as well. It should be me, Commander Killian Winters. Ooh, that didn't work out too well. Where does it show my in-game name? Pretty sure. Yeah, Commander Killian Winters. Let's see. My sensors. I have a little bit of an upgrade on my sensors. Like, they're not the bottom of the line, but they're not the top of the line. I'll show you a pic of them. Yeah, class. So, grade C, class 3. So, they're decent, but not spectacular. Also, I feel like Andy was having some issues with the combat as well, as far as seeing an increase in difficulty. So I'm like wondering if on the server back end they changed some of the stats on ships. Oh my gosh, but yeah, like a 250k Anaconda would still go down quicker than a military Anaconda. So military Anaconda, you're getting like 3k versus taking on a random bounty Anaconda for the same amount of time. That's the part that frustrates me. Novice. So, third rank. Because it's like mostly harmless, or harmless, mostly harmless, and then novice. There you are. Couldn't find the hole for a second. What I ultimately want to get to is I want to work rank and get rank and status within the Empire. Landing gear.
Don't screw this up.
And get an Imperial Clipper. I
Landing gear
don't know
deployed.
what it is about that ship, but like I've been jonesing for it a lot. Yeah, and what is the trick to stations? Because like I always find myself fumbling for where the docking entrance is. Yes, that is what she said.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Contacts. Yeah, that was pitiful. Let's try this again. New loadout. These stations, the door is always on the counter-clock rotation side. Nice. That's actually a good way of thinking about it. Let's do burst lasers. Why not? I don't know. Really just kind of playing with like the different options right now. Let's see. Is there anything I want to buy? Actually, let's take a look at what sensor options we have. So we got B. We got A. Alright, thanks man. Appreciate you following if you did. Enjoyed chatting with you. Thank you for the feedback, by the way. I'm going to go ahead, bite the bullet, and buy some grade A sensors. See if that helps at all. If you swing back around sometime, I'll let you know my test results.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Landing gear.
Don't
Landing
screw
gear
this up.
retracted.
Boost.
Boost confirmed.
Frame shift drive.
Ludicrous speed. Engaged.
A little too soon on that one. Frame shift drive. Frame shift.
Ludicrous
Frame
speed.
shift drive
Engaged.
charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, I lied.
Engage.
I'm gonna go back to the conflict zone. Ugh. I don't know when I'm licked. Plus, I just really want to see how the new weapons do. Let's see if the sensors helped at all. I think they do, because that makes sense. You would figure the higher rating the sensors, the better results you would get as far as being able to keep the gimbaled weapons on target. Let's see here. And choose the faction as always. Go and support the Empire. Oh my god, Imperial Fighter. Okay, cool. These things scare me. Like, nobody's business scare me. Like, look at that thing. I'm scared. We'll see how this goes. Gunpowder.
Under attack.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Alright, so this thing's probably going to fly circles around me, and it has custom Imperial grade weapons, so I wouldn't be surprised if it just completely wrecks me. Stop.
Full stop.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Under attack.
Oh my god, that thing's got a small signature. Oh, it was a mistake picking a fight with you, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Yeah, this is going to end poorly for me. I already see how
Under
this
attack.
is going. Like, it's got a super small profile. It's really quick. I wonder if its hull will go down quickly once I get the shields down. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. See, like, all those shots did absolutely nothing.
Target
Didn't hit.
shields offline.
There we go. Oh yeah, okay, so this guy goes down quickly once his shields are down. So I'd say the Imperial fighters, the key to them is making them do another pass on you. And boom.
Target
Doing
destroyed.
that.
Target shields offline.
Anaconda. Okay. See, big fat ship, plenty of things to shoot. I like that. And power plant. Thanks. Yeah, it was a little bit tricky just because he's super freaking maneuverable. And I can't help it. I love my lasers.
Target shields online.
There's a part of me that just wants to scream out, I'm firing my laser every time I get into a dogfight.
Target shields
Stop.
offline.
Full stop.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Stop.
Full stop.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Fortunately, the kinetic weapons don't seem to do a whole lot of jack to shields. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's been tearing through his power plant. Nice.
Max speed.
Yes.
Target destroyed.
Okay, Viper. So this one's gonna have some speed to him. Let's see. Speed and a little bit of maneuverability.
Target shields offline.
Yeah, okay, I'm definitely liking this setup better. I can't help it. I'm in love with my laser weapons. They may not be optimal, but they make me happy.
Target shields offline.
Come on. Come on.
Target shields offline.
Max.
Max speed.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Under attack.
Boost.
Boost confirmed.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
Yes, I did that.
Target destroyed.
Kamikaze, yo. So it has a lot to do with that I played Sims back in the day. Like, I grew up on Wing Commander and Privateer and X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Like, it was always kind of my shtick. Like, I loved the entire universes that those were in.
Target destroyed.
The other thing is, like, I've kitted out my Viper for just basically keeping the target in forward fire mode. And there's basically two main strategies for dogfighting in this game. One is to just constantly be behind them, and if you have the maneuverability, you can just stay on their tail the entire time and just blow them away. If they outmaneuver you, then you have to pretty much use speed and outpace them, and then take like a wide turn back around and just make strafing runs at them. And so you also got to know when they're in the ideal target envelope. So especially with lasers, you have a limited firing time before they run out of charge. So you don't want to be blowing all your laser energy like when they're at max range. Like, you want to take a couple shots, maybe get some lucky hits in, and then just let it recharge like this. Because when you have all your power in guns, they recharge pretty quickly, but still not quickly enough to like outpace going full charge. But they can more than compensate. Mid.
Maneuver mode.
More than compensate for taking a quick pot shot at him when he's at max distance.
Target shields online.
Boost.
Boost confirmed.
Flight.
Good luck with that.
Flight assist off.
Flight.
Good luck with
Flight
that.
Boost.
assist on.
Boost confirmed.
Max.
Max speed.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
So yeah, I mean, I love Sims. Like, if I played you at a first-person shooter, I'm sure you would wreck my face.
Target shields offline.
Yes.
Under attack. Friendship charge detected.
Oh, no, you don't. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, he tried to run. That didn't work out too well for him. Python, not in the mood to deal with that. Let's see what other targets we have. Clipper, Anaconda, Python, Cobra, random ass eagle. Oh, I think that's a player. And he's clean, so we're not doing anything to him. Wow, it's all large ships now. And let's go after the asp. Ooh, railguns. Okay, so we have to be careful with this guy. Pretty sure he can put out a lot of hurt on me really quick. Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Well, that was quick. Wow, yeah, and we're tearing into his power plant pretty quick here. See, to me, the only race is the race against their shields recharging. Stop.
Full stop.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Also, voice attack has been a blessing. Like, I love voice attack. Stop.
Full stop.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Stop.
Full stop.
Like, just not even having to worry about worrying mid
Maneuver mode.
about managing my speed manually is a huge boost. Same with my power. Just being able to have voice commands that handle that for me, it's a pretty awesome experience. Like, I started with the trial yesterday, and like within the first 5 minutes, I just bit the bullet and bought voice command. Oh my man! Oh man, you're gonna love it. You want to take some time to customize the commands. What I did was I basically set the mid command to be 50% speed, max for maximum, and then reverse basically sets me at reverse of at 50% speed. My command for frame shift gets me into the frame shift drive, basically the same key for jumping systems. Let's see here. And then I just gave the power commands, and I did it just on key press. So like my power command is literally down button to reset the power, and then whatever direction the power is 4 times. So when I give the command, it basically just pushes the arrow keys that many times for me. And then just coming up with your own cheeky little responses for its affirmation. Stop. Stop.
Under attack.
Full stop.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Just coming up with cheeky little replies or concise, accurate replies. Like for most of my combat stuff, I have accurate, clear, concise responses from the computer let me know that it completed the task. Stuff like landing and stop.
Full stop.
Mid. And things along those lines, I have it set to where it can be a little bit more cheeky and humorous.
Target destroyed.
Sweet. Engine power. Yeah, let's go do the turn-in for this. Frame shift.
Ludicrous
Frame
speed.
shift drive
Engaged.
charging. 4.
So yeah, I took a
3,
mission for
2,
supporting
1.
the Imperials.
Engage.
And now we're gonna do turn-in. Sorry for the yawns. Did like an early Christmas with my girlfriend's family the other day. Was up kind of late. Popped out a World of Warcraft stream yesterday. They came out with a new expansion, Warlords of Draenor. It's pretty cool if you like MMOs. they did good with the intro quest. It's kind of nifty from the persistence standpoint, maybe because your garrison stays, and you can set your people to certain things, building up certain things. It's just a neat little concept for an MMO.
Docking request granted.
Let's see. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Don't screw this up.
Stop.
Full stop.
Landing
Maneuver.
gear deployed.
Ah! That went poorly. See, things get a little bit tricky when you have like full power to the engines. Like I have a pretty high-end thrusters, so like when you have all your power in the engines, it's just like slip and slide. At least it feels that way to me. Okay, we're looking at landing bay 21.
With sadness, we must inform pilots this facility.
Yay! Hey Shadow. So I want to show you what it's like with my lasers, just to kind of compare against what you saw me with my kinetic
Docking
weapons.
successful. Engines disengaged.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't played WoW in forever, either before the expansion. Like, it was one of the things we're just reading up on the expansion. Alright, let's see what, well, hold on. First, let's see what... Okay, cool, yeah. So, you were straight up Shadow on that. Killing enough will still get you the faction gain. So yeah, they did recognize my efforts, thankfully. And then let's finish that. Okay, Surbago Organization, Independent Civil Unrest, Neutral. Wait, what? No! See, this I don't get. Like, I killed the enemy of Mastopoulos Mining Incorporated, even though the mission was for Surbago Organization. And yet I lost reputation with Mastopoulos. Whatever. And it hurt my reputation with the Empire. Screw you. Whatevs. Whatevs. I'm over it. Not really. Kind of butthurt about it. $21K in kills. So I'm thinking, let's do an imperial dictatorship system. God, it's a brave new world. I love the fact that we can watch this crap from our phones. Industrial. Patronage. Dictatorship. Okay. This is what we want. So ultimately, I mentioned... Oh, no. No. Yeah, like, you're totally good, Shadow. My last name's Mick Daniel. So I got the Scotch-Irish roots. You're in good company, friend. Let's see. Refuel Shipyard.
Illuminati.
Okay, so let's do that. We plotted a route. Let's get going.
Ship released.
Landing gear.
Engines engaged.
Don't screw this up.
Landing gear retracted.
I've always wanted to visit Ireland. It's actually been kind of like one of my lifelong ambitions. That and China and Japan. Okay, so... Well, that didn't work out. That's lame. Let's try that again. Galaxy map. See, I want a high-tech system. Dictator, high-tech. Not patronage. Industrial. See, I found one earlier. I told it to set course for it, and it just completely ignored it. Not cool. Not cool at all. Let's see. Yeah, right, Shadow? So, the sensors feel like they helped a little bit, but I'm not sure if it's just me wanting it to work that way, or if that was the actual legit. Okay, we'll go to this one. Oh, no. Okay, let's see if I can find it in this mess again. That was unfortunate. Okay, first we select it. It feels like it. Like, it really does. But again, like... So, like... I know enough of psychology to know that I can totally psych myself out to believe a specific result that I desire. But I legitimately think it did. Yeah, that's my main thing with this game, is finding the star system that I want. I know, right? Wow, this is a really jacked up system. Like, it's got like 4 suns. But like, at least when you plot the course, it saves it. So you just go here, Engage
Frameshift
hyperdrive.
drive charging.
Boom. Yeah, go ahead. That's what I did.
Ready
I was
to
like,
engage.
150,000 credits, whatever. It extends my range, makes them more
4,
durable in case I
3,
get shot up.
2,
But honestly,
1,
if I'm getting shot up, my sensors are probably the least of my worries. Oh. Let's see here. And like my favoriteest thing
Fuel scooping.
is
Fuel scooping complete.
the fuel scoop. My happy friend, fuel scoop.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Frame shift.
Ludicrous
Frameshift
speed.
drive
Engaged.
charging.
Nah, but I have no regrets. No regrets. None at all.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Like the fuel scoop won't keep you from being completely stranded because you could still end up in a really bad situation
Fuel scooping.
where you get into a series of planets that
Fuel scooping complete.
don't have stars that can be fuel scooped, and so you just end up basically
Fuel scoop disengaged.
stranded. But the chances of that are significantly lower than if you don't have a fuel scoop at all and are just kind of wandering about. Yeah, no. Like, I love the fact that frame shift,
Ludicrous speed.
Frameshift drive
That-
charging.
that the fine system can be extremely punishing. It just, you can have someone fly across your crosshairs while you're going full out on an enemy
3,
target,
2,
and then boom,
1.
you have a bounty on your head. And Lord help you if there's another player nearby because they'll jump on that. I kind of like the fine system though, like a little bit of consequences for your actions.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Frame shift.
Ludicrous speed.
Frameshift drive
Engaged.
charging.
I don't know if my stream takes off to where like I actually am able to afford nice things. I definitely want to invest into a voice pack.
Engage.
I really like the voice that he chose, Andy chose for his ship, Amy. Good choice. But I always kind of wanted to do like a Jeeves Butler.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Frame shift.
Ludicrous speed.
Frameshift drive
Engaged.
charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, anytime there's like a group situation for like a whole bunch of people on one target, real easy for you to end up hitting them, stuck with a fine. then all the system authority ships are like, criminal, criminal.
Fuel scooping. Fuel
Also,
scooping complete.
I'm trying to figure out if system security ships are
Fuel
bugged
scoop disengaged.
or if they're working as intended, because like I'll be hunting a bounty at a nav beacon, and all of a
Frameshift
sudden
drive charging.
the system defense people will start attacking me. And so I'm wondering, are you supposed to have some sort of permit or what the deal is with that? Because I have no bounty on me, I have no warrant, but they get all kinds of
4,
pissy.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, GLaDOS would be awesome. Now I'm getting my feet wet with all this stuff and learning as I go.
Fuel scooping.
Like, all these little scans I'm doing are
Fuel scooping complete.
worthless pretty much. Like,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
just getting the number of stellar bodies in the system will probably get you like a few hundred credits each.
Frameshift drive
Oh, the railgun.
charging.
Yeah, true that. Like, I think the railgun's probably going to be better for people who really, really, really enjoy
4, 3,
fixed fire
2,
mode.
1. Engage.
I just feel like, for me, I love my lasers. My lasers make me really, really happy. Actually, I'll take a little layover in the next system to show you how things have been going with my lasers.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, beacon. Yeah,
Fuel
we'll
scoop
just-
disengaged.
We'll take a little stop here, pit stop, on the way to our final destination. And I'll show you my pew pew with my new laser setup. Actually, are we in our final? No, we still got a couple places to go. Slow down, whippersnapper. That didn't work out too well. Frame shift.
Ludicrous speed. Engaged.
Scan detected.
Clean. Let's see about you. Ooh, please have a bounty, please have a bounty. Nope, you're clean. I like the Eagles because they're quick little fights, and every now and again you'll luck out, and they're actually worth something, like a quick 8k or so. This is the most peaceful nav beacon ever. Except for you. You'd be dead. Gunpower.
Pew pew.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Oh, technical poop. Oh, sweet. So that's contraband right there. That's why you're wanted.
destroyed.
Not bad. Not great. Not bad. I mostly blow stuff up for fun anyway. No, I agree. Like, I'm kind of curious if they'll start some sort of base crafting system in this game. Like, I don't know, because it's really been about, like, being the spiritual successor and true sequel to Elite. It's been a baby they've been wanting for a long time. And so, like, Elite's always been kind of about the exploration, the action, you know, the adventuring as a pilot. So I don't know if it's counter to their entire intent and desire for the game.
Scan detected.
You're wanted. Power plant. Mid.
Maneuver
Stop.
mode. Full stop.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Target shields offline.
Boost.
Boost confirmed.
Stop.
Full stop.
Under attack.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Stop.
Full stop.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
See,
Target destroyed.
that just seems a lot smoother to me than the cannon setup, or like the railgun, or like the autocannon, or I really am in love with my lasers. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't know if they will add crafting. Like, to me, this game's actually prime for it, because the exact reasons that you stated.
Scan detected.
I mean, I could even see missions to where your responsibility is to... Oh yeah, no, totally. Like, I think if you could harvest and refine on the fly and convert it to ammo, a lot of people would move on to kinetic weapons. Because imagine being out in deep space, like as a explorer slash boost,
Boost confirmed.
as an explorer slash combat hybrid setup. You don't want to be out there and all of a sudden be out of ammo and be like 1,000 light years away from the nearest refuel station. You know? And it's just any sort of ammo-based weaponry are counter to long excursions.
Frameshift charge detected.
Why are you hostile to me? You're hostile, but you're clean. Yeah, like what's going on with the menu system? Like what's it doing that's causing you issues? So what I do is my middle mouse button gives me the look. So like I hit the middle mouse button, and so I just kind of go around, but then when I want to access the left menu, I just look over there and it detects everything in context of what you're looking at. I have Q and E to move between the menus, S and W to go up and down, and then if you want to make a selection, you hit space, or you do A and D to move between the main window fields. So A moves it over to Galaxy Max, D moves it over to location window, W moves it up, S moves it down, E moves between the windows. And let's say I want to access the Galaxy map, I just highlighted it, and spacebar. Now I'm in the Galaxy map. Don't know if that helped at all, or if that was a waste of your time. Hopefully it helped. Did that make sense? Oh, and just hit the middle mouse button again, like the scroll wheel, to get it back to looking forward mode, to where you can shoot and maneuver. Glad I could help.
Scan detected.
Stop.
Full stop.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Reverse.
Reversing.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Yeah, just remember, when you dock, always get permission. You want to go into contacts, you'll highlight the space station, hit the space bar, and then request docking permission. You have to be at, typically for most space stations, you have to be around 7.5 clicks
Target
out.
destroyed.
You want to have your landing gear, and you want to make sure that you're going into the proper landing pad, otherwise you'll get fined for loitering. You tick off the station too much, all of the internal turrets will basically focus on you and blow you to Kingdom Come.
Scan detected.
Okay, Python, this should be interesting. Yeah, but I think it might just be my playstyle, Shadow, but like, my kills are a lot quicker with the beam setup that I have. Mid. Boost.
Boost confirmed.
Stop.
Full stop.
Mid.
For attack.
Stop.
Full stop.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
Target shields offline.
Boost.
Boost confirmed.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really think the sensors help the gimbal wiggle. So we can file that under rumor. Boost.
Boost confirmed.
Yeah, I see, and I don't even know if they have anything in this game that determines the wiggle mode as far as, or the gimbal's wiggle, other than just some default value, regardless of class and grade. Like, it might just be a universal accuracy for all I know. Like, stop.
Under attack.
Mid.
Maneuver mode.
You didn't even register my first command. Flight assist. Flight. Flight.
Good luck with that.
Flight assist off.
Flight.
Good luck with
Flight
that.
assist on.
I wonder how much you were worth. 36k. Not
Target
bad.
destroyed.
I mean, my entire thing is like when I'm bounty hunting, a lot of times there's a lot of stuff outside of a 5k range, and honestly the 6k range made a little bit of a difference as far as being able to get a new target promptly. So like, I'm still happy with my purchase
Frameshift
purely
drive
from
charging.
that standpoint. Like, just because I'm flying a Viper, which is primarily a combat ship, and primarily what I do is bounties, so.
Ready to engage.
Ooh, the Diamondback. I'm not familiar.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Is that supposed to be a heavy fighter, or?
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I don't know, like, I would like more access to military ships. Scanning now. Let's see, so I'm kind of curious. I don't think they do, but maybe it also piggybacks with like the surface scanners for like the purpose of, you know, exploration. And that did seem like a little bit of a quicker scan than what I'm used to when I explore, so maybe it helps with the speed? I don't know.
Frameshift drive charging.
Or really just eyeballing it. I mean, maybe one day I could do a stream of me doing kind of time tests, to where I just basically do a stopwatch.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, see, my entire thing is like, I want the Viper's speed and maneuverability, but with like one large weapon mount somewhere.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, let's see.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I think we're at our destination. Yeah, we are. System map. Freaking huge system. Okay, we're gonna dock at the salt. Viper speed and excel with Eagle's maneuverability and size. Actually, I could see that being pretty amazing. You basically make a Viper with more maneuverability. Yeah. Although, that would probably be ridiculously OP. But it makes for a nice upgrade path, like a true upgrade path from the Eagle playstyle. Like, that's kind of what the Viper's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that speedy, semi-maneuverable fighter. Because that's really all it does. Jump range, you're pretty much always going to be better off with another ship as far as being able to customize that. Cargo, virtually none. I mean, I could actually see a case for it being a decent explorer ship. My girlfriend just texted me. She said she's thinking of French toast. That actually sounds really good right now. Haven't eaten yet. I'm out of coffee. Let's see. But yeah, the reason why I'm saying like a Viper is because maneuverability in this game seems to be the I win, and the Viper's kind of like that happy middle ground between the uber overpowered, super maneuverable gunboat concept, where the Eagle is still just the uber maneuverable but very light weapon loadout. Let's see. And I would just, the reason why I'd like a larger weapon slot is just so that I could tear through like the anacondas and whatnot. Yes. Sorry, Crash. I tried to warn you about that. Crash Organism just said, note to self, get the right docking bay. So yeah, like, they take zoning very seriously in this game. When you dock, you will see at the bottom of your screen, docking bay blah blah blah, docking bay 5 for example. You better be sure that you're not going to docking bay 4, 3, or any other number. You better be at docking bay 5. The greatest thing about it though is like when it gives you the warning, like the warning's delivered in such a way that it really induces panic if it's the first time you've seen it. So like trying to think rationally about what to do, it really kind of throws you off kilter. Let's see. Yeah, right? Yeah, it gives you the warning and you...
Docking request granted.
Engine power.
Speed.
Mid.